Hello, I am Kate Parrish. I'm the coordinator for deaf, blind, and hard of hearing services with Higher Ability Vermont. And hello, I am Jessica Hutchins. I am the lead program manager for Vancro Integrated Interpreting Services.
Hi, Jessica. Thank you for meeting with me. I would like to learn more about Vancro Integrated Interpreting. What kind of services does Vancro provide?
Thank you for having me here today. Happy to talk about Vancro. So, our company is an SDVOSB organization, which is a service disabled veteran-owned small business. We are a nationwide company. However, we do have a specific focus, and my role is to work with Vermont. We do serve pretty much all states for a variety of needs, providing interpreters for schools, businesses, medical providers, legal services, etc. We also provide interpreters in performance sectors and for nonprofits. So again, we provide interpreters from A to Z.
So I need to be able to meet with my employees frequently throughout the week for short periods of time, and both of us need an American Sign Language interpreter so that we can cover information effectively. So what can Vancro offer if the meetings are frequent and they're 15 minutes long?
That is a really great question. So you have a few options in that situation. You can have an in-person interpreter procured for in-person interpretation, and you could have the same person coming for every single meeting for consistency. I would say that's the best option possible. And in person is really fantastic because you really have someone who's there who can see what's happening in the room, and they have the prior knowledge, and they can actually facilitate communication better on a more frequent basis. If for some reason there's time constraints and interpreters are not available in person, you could change it to a remote situation. So if it's recurring, again, you can have remote interpreters instead.
When I'm training a new employee, how can I determine the frequency, how often we would need that interpreter for?
Another great question. So there's a variety of ways you can do this. Really, it depends on the need. So let's say you have a training that might be ongoing and it's a day-long training. In that instance, you would want to have 2 interpreters for the duration of the training, which will reduce fatigue and physical and mental fatigue for the interpretation. Or if your trainings are more like hands-on, or someone's coming to observe and shadowing a current staff member, you could have 1 interpreter, depending on the length of time, depending on the intensity of the content.
So what do you recommend as a best practice when we are, as an employer, planning for the year to kind of meet our communication needs and our staff position?
One thing that I should say is it's best to book interpreters well in advance if at all possible. It's easier to cancel them than to procure them at the last minute. It is very difficult to book someone with a moment's notice. So I would say book ahead, get everything on the calendar, get an interpreter for the year, as long as you know what those trainings are going to be or those meetings are going to be. We will schedule them on a recurring basis, and you'll have them for the year. And then there's flexibility. So maybe something needs to change on the schedule, or maybe, let's say the interpreter is really booked out. If you book well in advance, you can accommodate those needs. So again, short notice interpretation procurement is tricky. We will do the best we can, but I would say book the schedule in advance. We will do our best to make it happen for you. We want to provide excellent services for whoever we're working with. And also make sure that you have what you need for your specific location. We're happy to have a conversation with every entity to see what's going to work best. As soon as we know what you need, we will work on the schedule.
Thank you, Jessica. So what would be the best way to reach out to you to have a free consult?
Wonderful. Thank you for asking about that. So we provide free consultation at any point in time to anyone who calls us. We can do that virtually. We could also meet in person, 15 minutes to an hour. Happy to have that free consultation to talk about our services, go more in depth with what we can provide for you. So we can also find out what exactly your needs are and tell you what we can do on our end to accommodate your needs and your vision. So happy to do that. Make sure that you have everything you need for your deaf staff. So again, free consultation. I will provide the interpretation for that meeting. So in terms of contacting me, you can give me a call at 802-275-0104, or you can email me interpretingservices@vancro.com. Looking forward to hearing from all of you.
Thank you.